see, that's for us, man. We're gonna have all those riches, man. Jack is taking proud in this paper money, man, because that's fiat currency. If you look at what fiat currency is, it's basically the only reason why it's legal, and the only reason why you're able to use it to buy things is because they've said, here, this is now money. They've taken out pieces of paper,
made it up to the money.
Yeah, printed them up in a certain way and said that's now money. That's what fiat currency is, man. Because they've agreed that that's legal tender, that you can use that to buy and sell, and then people have agreed. So it only takes that one moment for somebody to go, we don't want that anymore as money, and then that's it now. It's now worthless now. Okay? And this is why you see other countries that have got high inflations. A guy you'd have for 10, 15 years, you'd have been saving up all that cash underneath your bed, and then one day it's all worth nothing now.
I don't cut you too, and that's why the scripture says, trust not on certain riches.
I believe I had the brother holding that precept as well, man.
Because the word certainly is truth. The money that we're holding in our hands, the paper money, the fiat currency, there's no true value to it.
You know?
All it is credit. Like the word credit goes back to the word faith. So if you believe it's what it's worth, then that's the worth of it. That's the value of it.
Yeah. So it's only valuable because you believe it's valuable. You know?
I think
and us we use it now because that's what people use to buy and sell now. But Esau wants to move everything electronically now because they want to have everything. They want to control all the transactions. They want to be able to do that, like you said, man. Like the guy that got arrested, he's got too much legal money on him. So because he had too much of that cash on him, they want it in the bank where they can see it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where they can see all his transactions, man.
And tax it.
You know. So if you go 100 million and you take out 1 million and keep it in your house, man, you get arrested for that, man. What is it for? Why do you have 1 million? Why do you have 1 million of your own money?
Exactly. Why you to question me about my money? That's mine. Now, that shows you that you're not free in this place. You're being questioned about where you get money from. None of your fucking business, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get that Timothy 6 and 17. Let's Timothy 6 and 17.
Yeah, but Sanake, because in business they have something called the balance sheet, and the balance sheet is basically the a statement of every single transaction, in, out, loss, profit, and the margins on both sides. So basically, and that's for Esau, if he can't have an actual paper explaining everything with your account, then you're a threat to him because he doesn't know what you want. That's why, as the brother was saying, they're getting rid of the paper money and bringing in the chip, because there's no other alternative than for Esau to know every single move that you make.
Transaction.
Every transaction.
They want to.
And now, like, if you go 10 grand, and you go into a car dealership, and you want to buy a 10 grand car, you'd have to explain the 10 grand. You'd have to explain the 10 grand. They won't just give you the car for 10 grand, even if you had the cash, man. So you'd have to explain where it comes from, and also either from the bank, a bank loan, or basically that somebody can't just give you 10 grand. That person, if I give this brother 10 grand, this brother has to come to me to prove where I got it from. And if I got it from somewhere else, I have to go to them to prove where they got it from. If you go 200 grand and buy a house, you have to have lawyers and everything and proving where that money came from. You know?
Because there's money that's not been accounted for.
Yeah, you either wage strip. If maybe like let's say for years you've been saving up, it's been going into your account, the bank have to have released coming from your work until you had that amount of money.
That's why these fraudsters, they set up these little businesses to wash their money, to clean the money. But if the money's dirty, they know that they can't use it to buy anything. So they'll set up a little shop somewhere and play with the balance sheet, and then it looks like clean money.
That's why drug dealers, if you know, it's most of the time where do they spend their money on, man? In the clubs, popping champagne bottles, whatever, because they really, and the guy is making 10 grand a week, but he hasn't got a proper house, man. The reason being because he really can't buy a proper house. Exactly. Why? Because he can't explain where the money comes from. You know, he can't explain that. You can't say, oh, this is drug money. money. You can't say money is money and buy your mom a house. You know, because the money has to be accounted for. That's Esau's system now. You know, get that salat and then you can pick up yourself.
This is 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they may not be high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power. Give us rich in all things to enjoy.
You see, charge them that are rich in this world, man, not to be high-minded and to trust in uncertain riches, man, because one day, just like that, man, all your riches can be gone, man. Just like that, man, your 10 grand can be worth nothing. One day you can buy a car with it, and the next day, man, you know, you can barely buy bread, man. Okay, they showed you that in Zimbabwe, man. Because remember they had this crisis when Esau was going after the president of Zimbabwe, and they were fucking up their economy. And then I remember, man, like I used to have a note, man. It used to be like 1 trillion notes. You know, a whole fucking 1 trillion, man. You know, 1 trillion.
The wire crash around World War II.
I remember that's just, for you to go buy a bread, when you want to have a wheelbarrow, man, full of cash there, man.
They did that in Venezuela.
Venezuela, you know.
There's a big ass queue, man. Line, man, stretching for miles, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to buy shit. You know, they have to fill their backpacks full of money.
Yeah.
Just to buy a loaf of bread and shit.
That'll buy you a loaf of bread, yeah. You know?
When Pablo Escobar was on the run from the cops, when he was out in the wilderness, he had so much money that he burned 2 million in cash just to keep his family warm.
Yeah,
that's how little his money was meant to him in that situation. So that's how worthless it becomes.
That's what you should like inflation.
Yeah, because that guy, he was a billionaire, man, but it was drug money. So he was only so much that he could do with it. You know?
Yeah, just wanted to say 2 things about the music video thing where they're flossing with their money. Back in the 90s, in Wu-Tang Clan's first album, they had a song called Cream, which was an acronym for Cash Rules Everything Around Me. So that spirit has been pushed on Jake for the longest, that, you know, you're gonna have to get the jewelry and stuff. But here's the precept, yeah? This is Haggai 1 and 6, and it says, "You have sown much and bring in little, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes."
Yeah, that's basically the situation we're in right now, man. You put in all this work, man. You put in all this work. When you get a month, you're waiting for that money. You gotta pay the rent, your bills. You gotta repay certain companies you bought money from, parking tickets. So by the time you got anything, you gotta feed your family, buy groceries. So wherever you get left, there's hardly anything. You put in all that work, man. For what?
All that labor, man.
For what? It's vain. What's the point? What's the point, man? Some people want to save up and they can't even save up because they got all the money has to go out once it comes in. You know? So this is pretty much the lifestyle that Jake is living, man. You know? This is not a life to want to live. So you should be like Peter and his brother, man. When the Lord came and said, "Come follow me," you straight away you drop your net, man. Drop this life. You ain't living life anyway, man. Your car's on lease. It's not even your car. You know, you gotta give it back in the next 3 years' time. Paying rent.
I found out about that one, man. The whole lease thing.
Yeah.
You're paying that amount of money, but at the end of it, it's not your car, man. You give it back.
Exactly, it's just for show. Girls are looking and saying, yeah, you know, I know one guy in the world, he's got his car on lease, innit? He's got to give it back in the next 3 years' time. And girls want to, like, he's got girls that want to deal with him because of his car and shit. You can drive him around and shit. But I'm like, they don't even realize that's not his car, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a vain show.
Yeah. If he misses a payment on that lease, they have the right to take the car back.
Take the shit back, yeah. You have to ship that. And still charge him a bit extra for it, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all make believe, man. You know, everything out here is all fake. No one. That's why people can't deal with the truth, man. Because people so used to fake. You know, everything's fake. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's trying to look like this person or trying to look like that person instead of trying to look like themselves, trying to keep it real with themselves, man. You know? Because it takes them away from reality, man. The depression of reality.
Can I just answer what you're saying? Because like the brother said, when you actually look at this life and you look at everything in this existence, it goes back to what he's saying. It's all make believe. You know, what they sell you on TV is make believe. What people do in real life is make believe. It's not real. It doesn't. The only thing that's real in this life is the word of the Lord. It's Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Only thing that's real in this only people that is real in this world is us. We're the only ones that's real. These people are really illusion. So when your mind is an illusion, you become the illusion.
Yeah.
When you're in the truth, you become the truth. So we are the truth.
That's right.
What did Yahweh Shai say? Yahweh Shai said this, that heaven and earth may pass away, but my word shall remain. Why is that? Because the truth is always constant. You understand? All of this outside of the truth don't exist. So it doesn't matter how we look. Like you got these Israelite camps out there saying, oh, GMS, you know, you guys are Bumalites and all of this other stuff. And I was kind of contemplating, because you got like certain Israelite groups, like they have a large following. They have a large following of people, right? Or should I say so-called, but they're not really following them. Like they may have 20,000 hits, 30,000 hits or whatever.
Yeah.
But the majority of them, they're only watching it for entertainment purposes, so to speak. Because all of that is for sure. This is the truth. The way we're bringing out the truth, this is the way the law wants it to be done. You got it, brother. Yeah? What about 30 minutes?
My shift starts at 5:30.
Yeah.
I can get there for 6.
All right, then.
This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
Right, to read that again.
This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
Riches not profit not in the day of death, man. Okay? Riches profit not in the day of death, but righteousness delivereth, man. Okay? So we see what's going on around the world. We see that disaster is pending, man. It's coming. Alright? It's on the horizon. So you trying to stack up riches, it's not going to defend you from that incoming disaster. Alright? It's just going to make your escape even worse, man. Remember we were talking about the guy he's in a split mind. He sees the destruction coming, but he doesn't know whether he should pack more riches into his bag or whether he should just duck out. You know? The riches is going to weigh you down, man. It's going to weigh you down and make it difficult for you to run, man. You get what I'm saying? But righteousness delivers. Because it's part of the Most High's grand agenda. He's bringing the destruction. So if he sees that you've been putting in the righteousness, that righteous work, he'll save you from it, man. He'll find a way to bring your ass out of it. Okay? He'll find a way to get you out of it. But if he sees that you are on this world and the riches and everything that's in this world, he'll give you up over to the destruction because the Most High was not in all your thoughts. You wasn't thinking about him. You was thinking about yourself, man. Okay? If you look at all the great men in the scriptures, they all had their faith. They all thought about the Most High. They all put their thoughts in the Lord, man.
First and foremost.
If you check people that got destroyed or suffered grievous deaths, those are grimy niggas, man. Alright? People that had no faith in the Lord. Okay? Those scriptures, verses.
This is Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver into the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Exactly. When martial law is declared and all hell break loose and people are looting stores, you ain't you'll see a gold chain. A gold chain ain't gonna help you. You're looking for food, man. You're looking for water. You're looking for raiment that can keep you warm, man. You're looking for tools that will help you survive, man. You know what I'm saying? Prada and Gucci and all these things there, that's vanity, man. That's feminine. That's all feminine, man. You know? What's a gold chain with diamonds in it? What's that gonna do for you? You know? When the cannibals come to knock at your door.
Yeah, it's like that. Because in Venezuela, like I remember, like I was working and I picked up a girl from Venezuela, and she works in a restaurant, and then basically she told me that basically every now and again she send money to her family, but she told me it's so bad out there that even though she sends money to the family, they will have the money, but they have nowhere to go spend it on. They can't buy food. You see, so even the money you have the money there, but you still can't eat. You still can't go to the shops and buy food, man. You know, like that's there's a situation where like all the cats and dogs in Venezuela, man, have already been eaten, man. Because people now are tending to their animals now, man. Because you're starving.
So I win, man.
You know.
Yes, so it's Job 1:1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil. So jump down to verse 3. His substance also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she-asses, and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East.
Why you trying to bring another one? Alright, okay. I'm trying to find it.
Verse 14. So Job 1:14. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses in the field, it's like the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell them. Whilst he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven, and hath burnt up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped to tell thee alone. So jump down to verse 20. It says, then Job arose and rent his mantle, and shaved his head, and fell down upon the ground and worshipped.
So you say you're gonna bring out, say, though he slay me, yet will live in 10 more. Is that what you're trying to bring out?
No, this is just like that. So this is Job 1:14. So it says, and there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were ploughing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am escaped to tell thee, alone to tell them.
Because the Lord was trying to test the integrity of Jacob. Just like us today, man, the Lord is always trying to test our integrity. Okay, by taking away certain things that we like the most, man. Okay? Some brothers might have a nice job, they're comfortable with, they get all kinds of benefits, they come in the truth, and then now the Lord will test them, man, whether they will choose sticking with that job or sticking with this, man. That's testing your integrity. You might have a family, man. You might love your parents, but then your parents now, they start coming against you concerning this truth. That's the Lord testing your integrity. Okay? Your faith towards the Lord, man. Alright? Your woman turning against you. Okay? That's all a test, a test for your integrity, man. What are you going to do in that situation? Are you going to stick with the Lord? Are you going to stick with the faith? Okay?
So that's the spirit, man. I remember like when I first came in the truth in the honey stage, I remember sitting down with the laptop, watching the apostles in New York on the street teaching, and I said out loud, I will never forsake this truth for a woman. Yeah? And the biggest hell, even up to today, man, on the way to the camp, Yahweh's my witness, man. You know, not meant to swear by the Lord or his name, okay, but I tell the truth, man. As soon as I come out the station and I touch London, it's woman problems, man. Oh, I want to leave, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And it's my fault, really, because the way I'm set up, I'm not dependent upon her, but if she goes, it's gonna fuck a lot of shit up, like logistically. And that's like you were saying, the Lord testing your integrity, man. Because I remember saying, when I came in, I will never leave the truth for a woman. And it's like now, I'm not dependent upon her or anything, but it's just like, logistics, everything just becomes a little bit more difficult. But as the brother was saying, the Lord is gonna hit you with a thing that is the nicest. So if it's your woman that's the nice thing, the Lord's gonna hit you with that. As the brother said, if your job is the nice thing, the Lord's gonna hit you with that to see if you can deny or forsake the thing that is most loved, that you love the most.
See? Because see, the thing. See, sometimes it's all because Satan knows you, man. You know, Satan knows your weaknesses. Satan knows our weaknesses, all of us, man. That's why sometimes we are tested on our weaknesses, man. Okay, but the goal is to always maintain. Okay, to always overcome, man. Okay, there's some things that I hate, that are painful, man, when they happen to you, man. Okay? There's some things when they happen to me, like, damn, man, like, you just think it's shit. You know?
Stop crying and shit.
Yeah, you know? But at the end of the day, man, it's all about maintaining our integrity, man. Maintaining our faith towards the Lord, man. Because the love for this thing and that fire, man, that's in you, man, towards this thing, man, it has to be stronger than all these other things. Okay? It has to be stronger than all these other things that we love in the world. You know? I remember one time, man, like the Bible was giving this testimony by a woman, man. Me, even myself, man, I was in that situation, man, when she's gonna leave and everything, and I started feeling things that I've never felt in my life, man. But at the end of the day, man, you know, you dust yourself up, man, carry your bag. She's threatening to leave you, carry your bag, man, you head to camp anyway, man. You know? You don't give her that time of day, man. If she's gonna go, man. Okay, why? Because that faith towards this thing is stronger than anything else, than your parents. Okay? So that's why you wanna be, man. Because certain guys, man, you know, like we read earlier on, man, no be mixed with faith. You see? As soon as that's why the parable that Yahushua gave, man, about the soils. Okay, the different soils, man. Where does the seed fall, man? Okay, is it gonna fall on good ground? Okay? If tribulation arises right now, man, where are you gonna be, man? Are you gonna forsake this truth? Alright? I'll read when you're reading and then jump to the point that you're trying to bring out.
This is Job 1:16. Whilst he was yet speaking,
And then get the one
there came also another who said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven and burnt up the sheep. So like, burnt up the sheep and the servants and consumed them.
So Job was losing everything, man. Everything, his riches, you see? Okay, Job was losing everything, man. He was a rich man. The substance that he had the family, he was well respected. Okay? And then the Lord took all that away, man, to test his integrity, man. Because brothers, man, you know, a lot of the times, really, if you really think about it, man, we really haven't been tested, man. We really haven't been tested, really, man. It's small things. You know, it's really small things, man. You know? Your wife leaving you, it's really a small thing, man. Okay? Losing your job is really a small thing. The ultimate temptation is coming, man. Okay, where you know for 100% fact, man, the chip. Yep. They'll chop your head off, man, if you don't take it, man. That's ultimate temptation, man. Do you believe the scriptures, man? You see, okay, jump to the point anyway.
So,
I know you've been trying to bring that job thing out, innit? What? Get job 20 and 21.
So it's down verse 20 to Job 1 and 20.
But this was Job's attitude everything that he lost. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and followed and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked come I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return hither.
You see that? Go read that again.
Verse 21. And said, naked came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither.
You see that? Naked, he goes, I came here naked, and I'll return naked again, man. That was integrity, man. Basically, he said, fuck it, man. The Lord has taken it away. Okay? Get that in second verse, the one I asked you to bring.
And the name Job goes back to the Hebrew word meaning afflicted.
What does it
Carry on, bro. What you just said?
No, that was the point.
All right, that was integrity from Job, man. You know, he could have killed himself, man. Fuck this. Like his wife, man. What his wife said to him, curse the Most High and die, man. He could have done that, man. You know, the elite of this society, they're gonna curse the Lord, man, when the Lord brings all their riches to an end. It tells you, man, and they repented not of their wickedness, and they blasphemed the Heavenly Father, in the book of Revelation. All right, showing you, man, they don't have the spirit that we have, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 6 and 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain.
Read that again.
But godliness with contentment is great gain.
With contentment, man. Okay, what is to be content, man? Just to be happy with what you have, man. You can eat. If you can, you can eat. You got a roof over your head. You got somewhere to put your head at night. Okay? That's all you need, man. Somebody get where it says let us be content with food and remnant, let us therefore be content. Alright? Go ahead.
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
In the ancient times, the pharaohs, what they used to do is when they die, they'll get buried with all their riches, man. Because they thought when they go to the other world, to the other side, they'll take all their riches with them, man. Which that was vain, man. When they buried themselves with their riches, Esau came into power and took all those jewelries and gold and everything, man. Okay? Go ahead, Jamo.
Yeah, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
Read that again.
Start verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
Yeah, man, we didn't bring anything to this world. Hold that joke, I think we really got it, but please again. Yeah, we didn't bring nothing to this world, man. You know, we came naked, man. Okay, nothing to show for it. Well, keep going.
And having food
Lesbian.
and raiment, let us be therewith content.
Yeah, because that's all we need, man. All we need is food. Okay, you know. We ain't looking for no extravagant meals either, man. You know, I'm so full. We got into that a couple of weeks ago, man. That makes you sick. You know, enough to be satisfied, okay, and clothes on your back, man. You know, that's all you need, man. Be content, okay? Because this ain't the time to have an excess flowing table. This ain't the time to have a garment for morning, a garment for the afternoon, a garment for the evening. We're gonna have that in the kingdom, but we're not there yet, man. Okay, right now it's about the things that matter, man, and that's the things that pertain unto prophecy and salvation. Okay, therefore we're just content because we do need food and we do need raiment. Okay, but we're just content with that. Okay, you got that?
Still.
Oh, there's a bit more. Yeah.
But they that be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
You start that last verse again.
But they that be rich fall into temptation.
Yeah, man, because rich people, there's a lot of temptation when you're rich, man. Okay, because it's what you call the opportunity cost, man. Okay? The opportunity cost, man, you know? Which is, if I forsake this, how beneficial will be the thing that I forsake for what I'm going for. Okay? So riches are like what we read earlier about the wise man or the young man, okay, that came to Yahushua. It was all about, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that, I can keep that law, I can keep this law. Hey, guess what? I've been doing that since I'm a kid, okay? When it came to giving up his riches, it was like, nah, I don't know about that, okay? So what does it say about rich people?
But they that be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
Yeah, so that's temptation, man, okay? You know, when you start, and that's when you know when you're gone, man, okay? When you're at the point where you're debating salvation against riches, you've already lost, man, you're gone. That's why, as we read earlier, when there's Peter and Simon, no, was it Simon? No, Peter and Andrew, the brothers, man, when the Lord came to them, they said they dropped their net straight away. When you're dead, yeah, but should I? The Spirit's not with you, man. Yeah. Okay? Keep going.
And into many foolish and hurtful.
So that don't mean that you're not going to think about it. Like we all just jump. No, we all thought about it because the scripture says count the cost. But when it's a thing where it's a continual battle within your head, and you value your riches so much that it's like you're forcing it to do the right thing, then that's a problem.
And hurtful lusts which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Yeah, so it says the love of money is the root of all evil, man. So money itself is not evil because the scriptures tell us that money is a defense. Okay, you need money, man. Okay, to come to camp you need money. To have a roof over your head you need money. We just spoke about food and raiment. Guess what? To get those you need money. So money is a defense, but that's cool. But the love of it is what is the root of all evil, man. Okay? Because as the one was saying earlier, when you love money, you'll lose your head. You'll do anything, man. All kind of defilement, all kind of abominations, man. You know? And then the joke of it is that money ain't even real money, man. You know? That's what I'm saying, man. When you're debating with yourself, yeah, should I, and you know, count the cost, but at the end of the day, we're happy to do this, man. Okay? If a brother's saying, yeah, well, I decided to follow Yahushua, but I'm pissed off. First of all, the Lord says it's not you that choose me, but I that choose you. Okay? But the point is that if you're angry, or if you're vexed, or if you're upset, yeah, here we go again. Like you're doing the Lord a favor.
Like it's a burden. This truth should be a burden to you. And furthermore, Yahushua said, my burden is light.
Exactly.
So he ain't gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle.
Exactly.
And you have to believe that, man.
Exactly. And in the flesh, it's gonna feel like it's hard to handle because that's a test of your faith, man. Okay? You know, the Lord has to test our faith. Okay? By the end of the day, the Heavenly Father knows that, yeah, whatever heat, whatever I'm putting on him, I know he can handle it. And guess what? It's the Most High that decides if you handle it or if you crack. That's why you gotta fear the Lord, man. You know?
And really, you could handle it, but you just failed, man.
Yeah.
You gave in.
Yeah.
You know, you gave up.
Yeah,
Or you let that temptation overcome you. You see? What's that? The Lord is not unrighteous, more than. Yeah, let me find that.
Everything's a balance, man. Everything has to be balanced. Okay. Even when the Lord puts heat on his men, it's balanced, man. Even when the Lord does judgment, it's balanced and it's perfect judgment, man. Okay. Like case in point with Esau in the kingdom. That's why there's a set amount of time for him to receive his judgment. It's not going to be like forever and forever and forever. Esau's just going to be captured hell. No, he's going to pay for what he did. And after that, then he'll be destroyed. Why? Because the Lord is a